Welcome to the Pittsburgh Dish. I'm your host, Doug Heilman. How did a visit to the U.S. transport one family into a journey of food? We learn the story behind Soul Pasta. What's your favorite taco spot? We check in with Julie Engelbrecht of Grill Eatsburg, and she shares a favorite. And do you know the national dish of Kazakhstan? Well, you will. It's our recipe of the week. All that ahead. Stay tuned. Thank you both for coming over and being on the show. Would you take a minute just to introduce yourselves? And why don't we start with you?
Hello, my name is Kamila. I'm the owner and founder of Soul Pasta Restaurant.
And hello, my name is Damir. I'm co-owner Soul Pasta brand, and I'm worker for Kamila.
Well, we should say you two are married, but Damir, you do whatever Kamila needs the business to do, right?
Oh, yeah. Yes. Yeah.
Kamila, if some folks are not familiar with Soul Pasta, what do you have going on right now with the business?
So we have a lot of news now. We closed our storefront, but now we have a lot of stuff going on. We have a lot of pop-ups. We have farmers markets. We have online farmers markets. We are making caterings. We are making brunches. So we have weekly lunch meals. We have pasta subscription, and we call it Pasta Club.
I love that.
So yeah, we have a lot of stuff.
You have a lot. I think I've seen you at the Bellevue Farmers Market.
Oh, yeah. We love the Bellevue Market. So nice area, very nice people.
And didn't I just also see that you're selling the pasta now in a couple of shops in Bloomfield?
Oh, yeah. Now we have agreement with Linea Verde and Bloomfield Groceria. We are selling our fresh pasta, and you can find it every day. We are making everyday fresh pasta, delivering it. So, yeah, please go there and try our pasta.
And I have to say, I've had the pasta and the sauces, and they are delicious. I mean, we're talking scratch made.
Yeah.
As you said, your business has gone through a journey. So you first started with a storefront.
Yeah.
And so some folks may have seen that storefront right along Baum Boulevard.
Yeah, it was on the Baum Boulevard right across from the BMW.
That's right.
Yeah.
And that's where I came in to see you.
Yeah.
But you made the decision back in the spring, and I think you transitioned like May to June
Yeah.
to really go to not having a storefront, but to still producing all of these great things that you're making. You're putting the heart and the soul into the pasta and the sauces. And so how has that gone for you so far in terms of transitioning that business to these other avenues?
Again, our kids. Our kids. One day, they have just one question. Parents, you in the restaurant 1 year. We not see you. We losing communications with boys. And our older son tell him, like, you remember? You tell him 1 year, we need to be patient. And after 1 year, you can be like at home more. But we understand we spend time on the restaurant, and the restaurant industry not like easy.
It's hard, for sure.
Yeah. And our boys started like, every day, like reminded us, hey, don't forget, you need to be at home. Because our like main target in the life, our kids.
Of course.
Yeah. And they remind us like, and we started thinking with Kamila what we can change it. And we started change it like
lots of ideas.
Yeah.
And yeah, we always have lots of ideas. And our friends, our kids, they are our helpers. They are our best fans. And they was supporting us. They was helping us. I'm teaching them. They are helping with cooking.
The boys?
Yeah. Oh, they love cooking. They are helping us, especially my youngest one. He's kind of addicted to cooking.
Oh, that's
he loves
great.
to make it. He's making sandwiches. He make me coffee every day in the morning. He make me the grilled cheese sandwich with the honey. So, yeah, like Damir said, time flies. And usually I was at home with my kids.
Right.
So, yeah. And one day they just came and like, Mama, you're not enough. We need you more.
I can understand them completely. And I think we should say, we'll talk about family in a little bit, but you have 2 boys.
Yes.
And really, in your family culture, they've helped you make decisions, big decisions, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So, to be honest, like when we opened our restaurant, when we came to the United States, like different story, but our dreams come true because of our kids.
Yes.
We choose the Pittsburgh because our kids, he is a Pittsburgh Penguins fan.
Big hockey
Yes.
fan and a hockey player.
And a hockey player. Now, both of my kids, both of the 2 boys, they are hockey players. And so their dreams come true and our dreams come true because we always dream to have something for our soul where we can cook, where we can like show the people our life. So
You remember, Kamila, when we not was married?
yeah, we had a dream. We was talking, we had a date, and he was telling me, oh, I wish I have a place where I can bake the bread, make croissants. I'm like, oh, I'm dreaming to have something. So
Oh, my.
Yeah.
So your dreams have really come true.
yes.
And it is, I mean, the world of food and selling and restaurant, it's tough to begin with. And you have come to the U.S., you've come to Pittsburgh. We're so happy to have you because I've had this delicious food.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And I do want to talk about that journey as well. But before we leave the food, if folks haven't tried some of your dishes, can we just describe some of your specialties? And maybe let's just start with the pasta. You make a couple different shapes or varieties.
So yeah, we make our pasta from authentic Italian flour. It's semolina, and we make our pasta vegan without eggs. So it's better for our health. It's better for our stomach. And our idea to make clean food, use the clean ingredients, organic, without like ready mixes or boxes or something like that. And we make everything from the scratch. We choose the tomatoes, all the greens, everything. So,
yes. And name a couple of the sauces that you've been making all along.
Our bestseller is Bascaiola, which is creamy mushroom sauce with Parmigiano. So, but we don't use cream. We don't use milk. Like, not Italians don't use cream in their pasta. So,
yeah. Well, what do you use?
So it's mushrooms, it's onions, it's a broth, it's a Parmigiano and egg yolks. It's kind of carbonara.
Yeah, so no cream.
No.
I've had this sauce. My jaw is hanging because I didn't realize there was no cream in that sauce.
Yeah, so
That's
we have
amazing.
to make it. It takes time.
Yes.
But
Oh,
the key is Parmigiano and egg yolks. So
the good stuff. And then there's a couple of red sauces, or at least one,
we have regular marinara. We could cook it from the scratch as well. We make arrabbiata. It's our spicy sauce. It's our best seller as well. Yeah. And we make ragu alla bolognese with ground beef, carrots, onions, celery, and tomatoes. So and greens, of course. And also we have our homemade pesto.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's a long process to cooking pesto, and it's a nervous.
Not long,
it's a stress.
but he usually stressful when he makes pesto. He's like, oh my God.
And so just to break it down for folks listening and that are interested, number one, they could find some of your pastas, as we said, at some of the local markets, or they could go to your website and become part of the pasta club. Are the sauces in the markets or just the pasta?
Yeah, we sell on the markets our pasta, our sauces, our baking stuff as well.
Excellent.
So,
when you say baking stuff, tell me more. What do you mean by
so
baking
we make
stuff?
samsa. It's puff pastry dough with the filling. We make 2 fillings, chicken filling and spinach and feta filling.
Okay.
For those who love meat and for those who is vegetarian.
Wonderful. You learned Italian cooking from some very close friends. Specifically a friend that was married to an Italian, and then you traveled to Italy and asked a lot of questions. But you both are from
Kazakhstan.
Right.
When our idea was the pasta was born, we start like looking for our friends who is close to Italy, and we start asking, and then I told him, hey, you have a best friend, a very close friend, and I know that her husband is Italian, he can help us. And Damir contacted with the lady, and he asked her help, and it takes like couple minutes, and her husband just start texting the recipes. And
So you got these from an Italian source. You got these recipes like from his family, like
yes, and
he was
you
familiar
know
with.
how Italians can be like very strong about their recipes.
Yes.
And but he gave us these recipes, but he has a rule. Like no cheese on a pasta with the fish or seafood.
Right.
And no chicken Alfredo. Italians have no chicken Alfredo. And he said, if you cook something like that, we will finish our friendship.
Oh my goodness, that's pressure. Didn't you tell me earlier that they even look at your Instagram account to see?
They are still checking. And he said, if I see it,
Yes.
you
So
will be in trouble.
You really are making authentic Italian dishes,
We are trying.
even though you both grew up in Kazakhstan.
Yes.
Right. Did I notice you've added a couple of dishes from your native country as well?
Yes.
And what are those?
So we have besh pasta. We call it besh pasta, but originally it calls Beshbarmak. Beshbarmak, when you translate it like from Kazakh to English, it means 5 fingers.
Okay.
Because we eat this dish with our hands.
Oh, of course. Yeah.
So it's our main dish. And also we have strudel with meat, potatoes, onions, and pumpkin.
Okay.
So it's really good.
Now, did I notice, I think it's your pasta club, or maybe it's the meals you can order ahead.
Yeah.
There's a couple of other dishes I just want to ask about. There was one called plov.
Plov, it's Damir's dish.
Damir, what is that dish?
It's a rice.
Okay.
It's usually pilaf. It's like Mediterranean, Mediterranean dishes.
Okay.
But in the Kazakhstan, we have one type of pilaf, and Uzbekistan have
A different.
And like because our area when we live Kazakhstan, and it's a Mediterranean area, and they have they cooking from country style.
Yes. All right. Let's talk about this journey from Kazakhstan to Pittsburgh. And Damir, I think it starts with you.
Yes.
Is that right?
Yeah, it's how it was. It was my dream to came to United States for traveling, because I am growing up in the movie like Home Alone. I remember sports team like Chicago Bulls with Michael Jordan,
Yes.
Kukoc and Pippen team, and it was my dream. And one day Kamila bring for me ticket. Hey, go to your dream, make it your dream. And she gift for me ticket to her because I have a free time, more 4 months, 6 months like that.
Okay.
And
You had 4 to 6 months off, so you could go.
Yeah.
He had a dream,
Yeah.
and I asked him, maybe you can go to the United States.
Yeah.
It's a perfect time. You have 3-4 months.
And can we talk about what year is this that you come to the U.S.?
I came to here 2019.
Okay.
It was August.
August. It
August
was
of 2019
Yeah.
to spend 3 to 4 months here.
Yes.
Yeah, and I had to join him on October because it was school time, and I
Yes,
have
for
to
the
prepare kids. Yeah,
Yes.
and after I was done with the all the paperwork and stuff like that, we flight here. It was New York, October 31st, Halloween.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And I called for her because I saw what kind United States different. And when I saw 44 states, I think I need to show for Kamila and boys what kind United States, different states, different everything and it surprised me too.
Can I just jump in and say you've visited how many states?
44.
44.
Yeah.
44.
I don't even know if I've visited 44 of the 50 states. That's amazing.
You know how it was? I rent just car
Yes.
and driving. When I want to sleep, I sleeping in the car. If I need something special, I rent. I have a hotel, something like that. But for me, it was I driving alone with music, with good picture outside, because
Amazing views.
Americans can't understand what kind beautiful and what kind rich United States.
We're so used to it, and this is all new to you.
Yeah.
It's the ultimate road trip.
Yes, it was road trip, and every day I saw different like image
Yes.
in the window. Amazing, different. You feel in different energy. You know what I mean? Like it supported me in the changed my mind. Like sometimes.
This is Kamila of Soul Pasta.
This is Damir Soul Pasta.
And you are listening Pittsburgh Dish.
So how long were you here then until Kamila and the boys came to join you?
It was like 4 months.
4 months. You did your 3 or 4 months by yourself. And then you all came over as
then
well.
we joined him.
And you continued the road trip?
Yeah, when we came to the New York, he wants to show us the Pittsburgh.
He wanted to show you Pittsburgh.
First target, we came to Pittsburgh, we're in the house, and of course, we want to buy tickets on a Pittsburgh Penguins game.
Of course, yeah.
To
see
show
some hockey games.
Mirat, it's our oldest one, his
Mirat,
favorite team, and we went to Miami, and
we hear in the radio news lockdown started.
Oh, so you're doing some traveling. You go to Miami for another trip.
We was on a beach.
And then so this is now March.
Yeah,
and you're starting to hear, oh no.
Yeah, and we hear about this news and thinking, okay, we need to come back to Pittsburgh because we have like residents here, like
we have all our clothes, our luggage, all our stuff, like some
so you had
documents.
a place to stay here.
Yeah,
and so you did make it back, obviously.
Yeah, and we was on the road, and when we cross the border, we start hearing the news that like the states start closing the borders, and we was just right in time. We have enough time to come back, and
we're driving for 24 hours non-stop.
I'm feeling stressful for you.
with 2 kids in the car, and it was kind of storm all the time. It was raining.
And you know, when we came to here to Pittsburgh, and one first mind what we're at home. Now we're at home, and we started like understanding how we can come back to Kazakhstan on this moment.
Yes,
I start looking for flights to buy a ticket to go back because our relatives, our friends start calling us like, "Hey, how are you? We heard the news." We start looking, we start searching, but like you see, we are here. We couldn't fly away.
So
we're stuck.
Did you actually plan on staying in the United States?
No.
You didn't. No. But you got stuck here during the lockdown.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then these dreams of creating your life for your kids, as well as the passions for food, they just started to percolate and come together?
So when we rent the house, we have our landlords, and we live together in one house. It was the house like divided in 2.
Yes.
It was a COVID, nobody walking, nobody going outside, and we start living like one family, you know. They have a girl, little baby, we have 2 boys, and we like our friendship starts from there.
We was in the backyard all the time.
And we had to have to spend our time somehow, and we was cooking all the time. And they was trying our food. We have a lot of neighbors. We was like sharing our food, meeting each other, start like living our lives.
Yes.
Communications.
And like communications. And all our neighbors like, oh, we wish you have a restaurant or stuff like that. We can buy your food. Your food is amazing.
Well,
and I think this
amazing.
is how we decide to like, you know, to believe in ourselves and that we can do it. And we start looking for information. We start reading a lot of stuff like the rules, how it works here, how to start restaurant business, how hard is it, how to find financing, like a lot of stuff.
How to have permits and license.
Permits and licenses.
It's more important because without documents you can't do it nothing. Like,
and for us it was especially hard because of the language.
Yes.
Because the laws are different, rules are different.
Were you both speaking English when you did your big road trip?
No.
So
I think
Damir started speaking.
You know, when I came to here, I know just 3 verbs. How much, hi, and this. It was my maximum, and I used my translator.
Yes.
I understand it, but it was hard for me when I came to here step by step. And thanks God for our neighbors. They practice with me every day.
Oh my!
Yeah. And they practice with me. They try to explain me, like, and study me, and I try to be better. My language, yeah.
And when our kids starts attending American school, they start speaking English and they start helping him.
Yes, the kids always are there to...
Dad, you are telling this wrong. Your pronouncing is not like good.
And plus, I find it like app, Duolingo. And I press, yes. And when I was
Our
surprised.
favorite app.
You were surprised to find out they were here in
Here,
Pittsburgh?
When I drive in one day, like for buy something from store, and I saw big sign Duolingo in the Pittsburgh. I type in, I started to reach out like in the Google, and office here, and a native from here. It surprised me too. It's like because I am studying every day, I use this app every day, and I saw this sign like. Duolingo, if you're listening, we have a commercial waiting for you here at the testimony.
A lot of our friends using Duolingo, but when we came here, we sometimes you're using something but don't know from where it is.
Yeah, right.
And when we found out that this is from here, our kids starts using this app, and now,
Incredible growth, an incredible story. Damir, you started delivering food, right?
Yeah.
And through doing that, you met a few other connections in the food business.
Oh, yes.
Who were some folks that then ended up helping you out?
I started delivering because I understand people worry about how they can eat on the pandemic time. And for me, it was like I sitting at home and I started driving delivery. And who was Eric White. He was manager in the Ironborn Pizza. That's right. And I came picking up one order, and I picking up this order, drop off this order, and again I have from Ironborn order, and I came to, and he asked me like, "Hey, you came again, or you still here?" I tell him, "No, I delivered first order, and I came again." And we started speaking, and I have like question, how I can open a restaurant? Explain me. And he bring for me first information. Second, who I not remember name, but I remember restaurant. It was DeLeon Butler, owner. We're speaking with him too, and he tell me like, "Hey, it's a hard business, but if you're ready, you need to be focused. You need to be like in the target and trying to." And everybody bring for me like small information. Yeah. And the lady from Everyday Sunday restaurant,
Everyday Sunday
on the Penn Avenue, she explained me too.
So Eric White, who was working at Ironborn, we now know that you guys are good friends, and he has Pittsburgh dumplings. What was the second restaurant?
DeLeon Butler.
DeLeon Butler. Okay. DeLeon Butler. And then the third?
Third, it's Everyday Sunday on the Penn Avenue.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. And you're just collecting little bits of information from all these places as you're picking up deliveries.
Every day when I have picking up order, and sometimes like kitchen was crazy time on COVID, and we have a time for sitting and waiting. Yes. And when I wait, I have a question for manager, for who working inside. I saw like, hey, can I have a question? Hey, and I using my translator, not like speaking on this moment. And everybody, thanks God, because Pittsburgh, very friendly people, and they explain me step by step, small things. And when I came to home, I explained Kamila.
What kind of permit, what kind of license. So your information gathering from the folks you're meeting, sharing it with Kamila. You're also finding some information on Google, but it's very disconnected. And this is your education to get into the food and restaurant industry. My goodness.
But the good thing is the Allegheny County Health Department, they have all the books, all the instructions. Like if you want to do that, you will, because they have ready to go instruction. Just follow them.
Okay.
And the lady from the Allegheny Health Department, she helped me a lot. She has explained. So if somebody wants to open a restaurant, don't worry, don't be afraid. You can ask the questions, and there is a lot of people who wants to help. Even if you need advice or help, I will be ready to help, because I went through a lot of stuff, a lot of difficulties.
Kamila,
and if I can help someone, I will do that.
We can't forget it about Jen.
Oh, and we have our friend Jen, when we was filling the application for the Allegheny Health Department, we met a lady. I found a display case, and I
Facebook,
want that display so bad. And I text her like, "Can I buy this display?" And she sent us address. We went there, and she was opening the coffee shop.
Yeah.
Ah.
And our friendship started there too. She started helping us, give her advice, because it's not the first kitchen she owned. And she helped me a lot. She gave me
With
one
documents,
book,
papers.
with the paperwork, the tougher thing.
And what's her coffee shop?
Queen Beans Cafe.
Oh, yes.
It's in
Carapolis.
Carapolis.
In Coriopolis. I know it well.
Yeah. So they are our friends. They are still helping us.
Here's what I love about this story. Number one, you were in a tough situation during the lockdown.
Yeah.
You took the time, air quotes, stuck here, to educate yourselves and make some decisions as a family to stay.
Yes. And every time in our road, we have meet with good people.
Good people. It makes my heart so full that you have encountered good people, good helpers along the way for you.
This is true.
A lot of people believe for us, and we feel this energy, and we understand we can make it American dream, but need be just hard workers.
Of course. I want to move us forward and talk about where do you see the business going, or what do you want to keep doing more of? I know you've made this transition into the pop-ups, the catering. What are some goals for you?
Now we are in a process of agreement with Food Co-op. We are trying to be on a giant eagle. We just have to make all the paperwork. It's a long process. It's not very easy, but we want to sell our pasta and see our pasta in stores.
Okay, like what we call wholesale.
Yeah, and everyone can buy it.
Yes. So beyond the wholesale, anything else?
Yeah, I want to start to teach kids how to cook. And I was telling Damir, like, it was my dream to teach kids how to make something. And maybe this have to be my goal, to teach kids, to make classes for them, maybe make free classes, to teach them something, and they can use these skills and make their future. And maybe they start working and pay for their education. Why not? This is my dream. This is kind of my goal. And hopefully I will do that.
Your hearts are in the right place. And you both have received so much help, and you want to give back.
Want to give it back.
Of course. So Kamila, one thing that was on my mind that I don't think we talked about yet, I've seen you do some really phenomenal desserts. Is this part of the business or another side business?
Yes, it's a part of the business.
Okay.
I can make more than 50 types of cake.
Oh.
I love baking, and my goal is to make the healthy desserts, and all my desserts, they are low sugar.
I think I saw one recently that was covered in strawberries.
Yes.
Looked delicious.
It's a white sponge cake with white cream cheese filling with the strawberries, and I make jam on my own, and I buy the strawberries from the farm, so it's amazing, And I can make a lot of stuff like gluten-free, vegan. I love to make desserts, and I start making desserts because of my kids.
Yes.
They had food allergies, but they still want desserts.
Of course they do. And they said they want to eat clean, right?
Yeah.
Clean, And I start baking. This is how, it came my passion.
Yeah.
And now I have a lot of friends from like different countries who bake as well, who is pastry chefs, and we sending each other the recipes. Skills, like everything.
Are you incorporating those desserts into the business in any way? Like if someone ordered catering, would you offer the dessert?
Yeah, they can. Usually I make like the dessert table, like cakes, cupcakes, pop cakes, macarons, cookies. So a lot of stuff.
Well, I don't want to end without promoting the businesses as well. So if folks are interested in your food and they want to find you and follow you, could you list some of your social handles or website? Where can folks find you?
So we are on Instagram, we are on Facebook, we have our own website. And you can use all that links, and you always can call me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's do the Instagram handle. It's soul pasta _. It's all one word, soul pasta _
Yeah.
And your website right now is www.soul-pasta.com. All right. And I think from there, they'll find the phone number if they just want to call you.
And we have our QR code. If you scan it, you can find all the information about our business.
All right.
And we're excited. We have the 2 big catering for wedding. Yeah.
You have 2 big catering events?
Yes.
Oh, that's amazing.
Wedding catering.
Yeah, wedding catering for 160 people.
Oh, that's exciting.
Yes.
And we're
Thank you.
excited.
Yeah,
It's
we're
the
very
big
excited.
ones.
Yeah, because we want to show what we can cook.
Yes. I'm so excited for where you're going to
We
go.
are so excited.
Yeah, we're so excited because we just started our business 1 year ago.
Yes. All right, Kamila, Damir, I have one more question for you today. The name of the show is The Pittsburgh Dish.
Yes.
What's the best dish you've eaten this past week?
What was your dish you cooking for me?
That's okay. You can say that. That's good.
It was Beshbarmak, our national food. Yeah, because I growing up on this. Beshbarmak is named 5. It's translated 5 fingers.
Okay.
It's important because it's you eating from one big dish, like from
communal,
from one big plate, and your family can sit in a round table, speaking and eating with hands.
Yes.
Why it's important? Because when you eat in the hand, you trust for your who's sitting on this table.
Yes.
Like it's a culture. It's like something special energy, and when you eating from one plate, you feeling different energy,
Of course.
and and your friendship, your relationship more like harder. Yeah. Maybe
Yes.
how I
Yes.
can explain.
Tighter. Well, we would say a tighter bond,
yes,
right?
Yeah.
Kamila, was that your favorite dish last week, or do you have a different one?
No, I have a different one.
Oh, what was yours?
My favorite one was grilled cheese sandwich with the hot honey from Handan. Handan is my youngest boy.
Oh, that's amazing. He made that for you?
Yes.
Every morning with coffee.
Every morning with the coffee.
Oh,
He liked to treat me,
grilled cheese with hot honey. He might be starting a trend.
hopefully.
Yeah.
Kamila, Damir, thank you so much for being on The Pittsburgh Dish.
Thank you for reaching out us. Thank you. We're here. It's a new experience, and thank you. Thank you.
My pleasure. Thank you again, both. Do you have a favorite go-to place for tacos? Let's hear from our friend Julie Engelbrecht of Girl Eats Berg and see where she's going. Hey, Julie, thanks so much for coming over and being on the show.
Thanks for having me, Doug.
I love your Instagram feed, and I was wondering if you can give me a recommendation or two.
Absolutely.
Do you have a favorite taco place or somewhere that you like to go?
Yes, taquitos.
Oh, wait a minute. Taquitos is like a little bit everywhere, right? They've got
Everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I just read that they opened up a Millvale location. Like that's like a proper restaurant.
Yeah, they just did that 2 weeks ago.
Oh, yeah. Is there a food truck in Garfield?
Yes.
Okay. And where else?
Southside Works.
Oh, that's right. And then don't they serve out of the Evergreen Cafe?
Yes,
in
my
Point
favorite.
Breeze? That's
Yes.
your favorite?
My favorite.
Is it because it's connected to the bar?
Yes.
If folks don't remember this, I bet they will. Evergreen Cafe is that one little spot that used to allow a parking space right on Penn Avenue. And I think that just changed.
Yes.
Yeah. So you go into the bar, but you can actually order tacos in there as well.
Yep. Right at the bar, or you could sit right next door and it's connected.
Oh, wow. What do you love from taquitos? What do you usually get?
I always get the soft shell tinga tacos, chicken tinga tacos.
Oh, chicken tinga. So it's like nice and like it's got like that chicken tinga kind of marinade. It's always like really juicy or something.
Yes, it's so juicy, and you can get it like 2 styles. You can get it with like the queso, tomatoes, lettuce, or you can get like just traditional with just cilantro, onions. I usually just do traditional because I just love that. I think the meat has enough flavor on its own.
Yeah, it really just pops.
Yes.
Is there anything else that's a go-to for you?
The chorizo quesadilla,
Ooh.
which is huge. It's like as big as 3 heads. It's gigantic. I always need leftovers, but it's really good, really filling, just amazing taste.
All right. So like the pizza-sized quesadilla
Yes.
with chorizo or the chicken tinga tacos.
Yep.
All right. Taquitos in their many locations. Let's do it again. Garfield is the food truck. Southside Works in the Evergreen Cafe in Point Breeze. And now their restaurant down in Millvale.
Yes. Chipotle has some competition.
Oh, thank goodness. Julie, thanks so much.
Thanks for having me.
You can follow Julie on Instagram at Girl Eats Berg. And of course, Berg is spelled Burgh. For this week's recipe, we're coming back to our conversation with Kamila and Damir to learn a little bit more about the national dish of Kazakhstan called Beshbarmak. Let's hear a little bit more about this dish.
Beshbarmak is named it's translated 5 fingers.
Okay.
It's important because it's you eating from one big dish.
And what is in the dish? Remind me one more time.
For example, it's like lasagna flats.
Oh, okay.
And lasagna sheets and meat, boiled meat, onions, and black pepper.
Black
Yes.
pepper,
Onions, black pepper.
And potato.
So how we cook it?
Yeah.
First, we boil the meat.
3 hours minimum.
3-4 hours. It can be different meat. Usually we use beef, but we can mix it. And after you cooking like 3-4 hours, we taking away the meat and we take the oil what is on the top and use it for the onions.
Ah, yes.
Yeah. We cut the onions, like slice it, and we cook the onions in that oil from the broth. Then we put the potatoes to the broth, boil it. After that, when the potatoes is ready, we take them out and cook our lasagna sheets. We call it like inkal or arzu in Kazakh, when we cook in that broth.
So everything's cooked almost in the same pot in the broth.
Yes.
It all has that flavor.
Yes. And after that, you are putting first pasta sheets. Then we are putting meat. Then we are putting potatoes and put on the top the onions with the broth.
Yeah.
Sounds
so
amazing.
you can try. We'll bring it to you.
Oh. They were so incredibly gracious and dropped a huge pan of it off at my house. Do you have a recipe? Share it with us. Just go to our website at www.pittsburghdish.com and look for our Share a Recipe form. That's our show for this week. We'd like to thank all of our guests and contributors, and to Kevin Selecki of Carnegie Accordion Company for providing the music to our show. We'll be back again next week with another fresh episode. Stay tuned.